So this is the trail that comes off the ridge from the driveway and the east line parking area. Come over this ridge here, come down the trail, and I have since cut the west line connector trail, or the fridge trail, and we'll reveal the reason for the fridge trail name here in a minute. But basically this is a trail that you come off the ridge back there, you hit this trail and I'll take you to the midsection of the western line. Here's the western connector trail, so just take us down that real quick. Was some clearing, but nothing too major. Some of the nicer medium trees, just left them. That's kind of the size of everything that had to come out. Not very big. Pretty straightforward, self-explanatory. It's a quick way to come off the eastern parking lot area and get to the west. Pretty much cuts the property in half. It's not totally straight, not perfectly in half, but get a four-wheeler quite comfortably down this trail. That's the goal. Cross the property quickly. Least resistance, not a lot of effort. That's kind of the goal. Cut these trails through the property, gain access, and then expand out from the trails. And here's the reason for the fridge trail. I think it's an old Frigidaire, but looks like somebody's had been burning in here. But that's how we kind of call it the fridge trail. I think over here is the door. It's a hostess. Hostess. I thought it was Frigidaire, but it's hostess. Pretty cool writing, kind of chromed. Hostess. That's kind of interesting. I have to look that up on the internet when I get home. And hence the reason for the fridge line name. Here's an interesting thing here. This is reindeer moss, but it's a lichen, and it's all over on the floor here. Reindeer moss. It's a lichen, and very interesting. Quite cool. I know they use this in the hobby and craft industry to make landscape models, but it's all over in here. Quite interesting. Call it reindeer moss because reindeer like to eat it. It occurs in the northern climes where you'll find reindeer, as well as all the way down here in Florida. So back to our trail. Here's another little meadow. I call them meadow areas, but if you look up, the canopy is quite open. So the whole theory is to work with the land as much as possible. So thinning 5 or 6 trees in here gets you a lot of bang for your buck, and then you can turn the soil once or twice and plant in some clover and get some nitrogen going, and you can get off to the races with a nice little meadow that can be expanded into a full-on pasture, and then you can rotate your animals through here. And they'll till up in here and rut it up good, and then come in and basically just harrow it down with a chain harrow ATV and plant in. That's sort of what the game plan looks is going to be looking like going into next year. Look back at the area we just came through. We're the fridge right over there. Southwest pins right through there. I find it kind of interesting. There's almost 3 distinct, I don't know, ecological patterns going on this property. This is a little bit more lush, and it's like a medium age. The oaks are a little larger, but the underbrush isn't as thick. But then once you hit the ridge and get on top of the ridge, it's thick. It's thick as all get out. It's buckbrush in there. Very hard to get through. But it starts to thin out a little bit. It's navigable, let me just say that. And your pine trees, you know, are larger, and the oak trees are larger. And that's the southwest. And then you kind of hit the midline here. And then as you go over here to the northwest, pine trees are further spaced, more mature, and it's just like a drier kind of area. I don't know, because maybe got more mature pine trees that are absorbing more of the nutrients and the moisture, but that's just my initial take on some of the observations I've been making mental notes of. And then here's our western line. Down there.